friends, welcome to Law and GK. So friends, on this channel we discuss the contents of law and previous year papers of judicial services and other legal exams. So friends, in today's video we are going to discuss the preliminary exam paper of Tamilnadu Judicial Services 2018. So friends, if you are new on this channel, I would like to recommend कि आप जो है इस चैनल को जल्दी से सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए because it will be very beneficial for you in your preparation for judiciary and other legal exams. And while subscribing, don't forget to press the bell icon so that you can get the notification for our upcoming videos. And if you like this video, just click the like button over there and appreciate this with your friends so that they can come to know about this channel as well. And अगर आपको हमारे efforts अच्छे लगे हों तो in addition to like and subscribe, kindly give us a super thanks. Super thanks is a way to help the content creator. Means if you like the videos, you can just donate some money to them in form of tips. Minimum starts with 20. Minimum is 20 rupees. So you can see the paper comes like this. This is the first page of the exam paper. And on the last page, the instructions are mentioned in the English. So you have 15 minutes to read this booklet. Negative marking is half. So you can understand how difficult this exam is. I found Tamil Nadu Judiciary exam paper the toughest one in the whole India. So far as I have done all the exam papers of different state judiciary exams. So you have to use blue or black ballpoint pen. I have downloaded this paper online, so you can download it from the Madras High Court website. Let's move to the question paper. See, the question number 1 is, which one of the following condition is not essential for a valid gift of the immovable property? It should be voluntary, without consideration, and there must be acceptance. Handing of the possession is not necessary. C is the answer. And where the gift is mentioned in TPA, section 122, Transfer Property Act. Next is 2. A suit for specific performance is maintainable to enforce the contract for sale या फिर enforce the agreement or lease. Both A and B. D is the answer. Next is 3. Which of the following document is required by law to be attested? Sale deed of immovable property for the value of 100 or upward. Exchange deed of immovable property with the value of rupees 100 or upward. Registered sale deed. None of the above. None of the above, because these all are required to be registered. When it is registered, no attestation is required. D is the answer. Next is 4. In a suit for specific performance to enforce agreement for sale, the title passes to the plaintiff. When a decree and judgment are passed in his favor, entire sale consideration deposited after the decree. When a direction is passed in execution proceedings. The answer is none of the above. And now you would be thinking how. See, there is an agreement to sale and the suit is for the specific performance to enforce that agreement. Means after the instruction for enforcement specific performance, there would be a registered deed. That would be the title, and at that time title would pass to the plaintiff, not just because of the decree. D is the answer. Next is 5. Termination of lease of immovable property other than for agriculture or manufacturing purpose requires 15-day notice. C is the answer. And where it is mentioned? It is mentioned in section 106 subsection 1 of TPA. Next is 6. Which one of the following is not correct? Check is a form of bill of exchange. No. It is a form of promissory note. B is the answer. This is a repeat question. I have seen this question in some judiciary exam. Next is 7. A noting of promissory note or bill of exchange is made when a promissory note or bill of exchange is dishonored by non-acceptance or non-payment. A is the answer. How? When it is dishonored, then noting would be there on the top. Dishonored due to insufficient finance or otherwise. So they doing the noting on that note or bill of exchange. A would be the answer. Next, 8. Express contract means a contract made by both words and documents, either spoken or written. A is the answer. Next is 9. The term bailment means delivery of thing entrusted for some special purpose or object upon a contract. Delivery of goods free of cost without cost. No. There must be a cost. Consideration must be there. So some special purpose object upon a contract. A is the answer. And where bailment is mentioned in section 148 Contract Act. Next is 10. Contract is interpreted as an agreement enforceable wide section 2H of the Contract Act. C is the answer. What is 2E? 2E is agreement, 2F is reciprocal promise, and 2I is voidable contract. Next, 11, consideration in a contract may be past, present, or future. A is the answer. Section 2D, definition of consideration. Next, 12, section 31 of specific relief act deals with. This is a repeat question. It is a very common question. It has been asked in many exams. That is cancellation of instruments. C is the answer. Next, 13, protective discrimination is constitutionally valid in view of Article 15.4 and 16.4. A is the answer. Next, 14, in Indian Constitution, fundamental rights and fundamental duties are enumerated. Obviously, both are there. A is the answer. Fundamental rights from where to where? From 12 to 35, and fundamental duties, Article 51A. Next, 15, choose the wrong answer. So we have to tell wrong. Part 4 of the Constitution have 11 duties. Yes, they are correct. Part 3 mentions 5 kind of writs. Yes, it is. Part 4 lays down fundamentals in the governance of the country. Yes. Freedom of speech and expression is one of the rights protected under Article 9 of the Constitution. No, it is in 19. So D is wrong. So D is the answer. Next is 16. What are the 4 objectives mentioned in the preamble of the Constitution? Justice, liberty, equality, fraternity. They all are there. A is the answer. Next, 17, Supreme Court of India declares law, enacts law, draft law. It declares law. Who enacts the law? Parliament or state legislature. Who draft? Can be a committee. Next, 18, judicial review means to review the judge of one high court. No. Review one's own decision. Testing the judgment of high court. No. Testing the action of executive by the judiciary. D is the answer. Next, 19, in Kudalur district at Vruddhachalam Taluk, there are 1 additional district court, 1 principal sub-court, 1 additional sub-court, and 3 district municipal courts. 3 suits are pending before 3 different district municipal court in the same taluk between the same parties. One of the parties want to file a transfer OP for joint trial. The transfer OP lies before. OP means, I think, of petition. So those people who are watching this video, kindly mention what is OP. I think is of petition. Kindly mention in the comment section. The transfer OP lies before principal subcourt at Vruddhachalam. It would lie to the court to which they are subordinate. So 3 are subordinate to principal subcourt. Next, 20, where a decree is silent with respect to the payment of further interest on the principal sum from the date of decree to the date of payment or on the earlier date, a separate suit shall not lie for interest. It would be deemed that it has been rejected. Section 34 CPC mentions about that. Next, 21, in which the following decree no appeal shall lie. Next, 22, a tenant filed a suit for return of advance money against a landlord for a sum of 75,000, in which the landlord filed counterclaim for damages for a sum of rupees 8 lakh. In that case, what shall the trial court do with the counterclaim? Dismiss or reject or return? On the ground it is more than the suit claim? No, it cannot, because it is a counterclaim. If it would be a set off, then it could have rejected the return the counterclaim on the ground that it exceeds the pecuniary jurisdiction of the court. Yes, this can be done. D is the answer. And where is counterclaim provision? Order 8, Rule 6A. Next, 23, which among the following the court cannot consider for framing issues? Reading of the parties, allegation made on oath, answer given in interrogatories, statement of third party witness in a previous case. Statement in a previous case cannot be relevant in another case. D is the answer. Next, 24, a suit is withdrawn with the leave to file a fresh suit on the same cause of action. Is there a time limit within which the second suit should be filed? Yes. Before the expiry of limitation period prescribed for filing the based on the cause of action on the suit withdrawn. So only, let's say, for example, there is 3-year time period. Okay, so from 1 April 2015 to 1 April 2018, 3 years, because one day would be excluded. Okay, let's say suit was filed on 1/11/2015. Okay, it was withdrawn in 1/4/2016. So the remaining time period would be of 2 years from 1/4/16 to, so the original time period will stay. C is the answer. Next 25. A assaults B. B goes to the police station and lodges a complaint. The act of B is relevant as of complaint under section 2D CRPC or as section 8 under Indian evidence. It would be under section 8. How? It shows conduct of the person, that he has been assaulted and he has filed the police complaint on time. B is the answer. What is in 8? PCM. P say preparation, C say conduct, M for motive. Next 26. A confession to a church priest is irrelevant, inadmissible, and admission under section 21. C is the answer. Next 27. All confession are admission. All admissions are confession. No, the both statements are contradictory. Only one is true. So C is the answer. Next 28. A dying declaration under section 32(1) of Indian Evidence Act is admissible only in civil case. In criminal case, both cases. In civil criminal, C is the answer. Next 29. A is brutally attacked by B. A tells his wife that he was attacked by B and soon thereafter A dies. This is DD. In the trial of B, statement of A to his wife is admissible as evidence and relevant under section 32. It is a dying declaration. B is the answer. Next 30. The evidence of post-mortem doctor in the murder case relating to the cause of death of the deceased is whether it is binding or non-binding. It is not binding on court because this is only an opinion of expert. As per section 45. 45 is not in option, so these options are not correct. If it is mentioned in relevant under 45, that could also be answer. Next 31. A person arrested for an offence under section 324 IPC can be remanded to police custody during the first 15 days of remand. For how many times? Any number of times within those 15 days only, not afterwards. A is the answer. And where this is mentioned, it is mentioned in section 167 CRPC. Next 32. Inquiry as defined in CRPC is conducted by magistrate or court. C is the answer. With the definition of inquiry, it is in 2G definitions. Next 33. Warrant case includes a case which is not a session case or a case relating to an offence in which court can issue warrant for appearance, or a case relating to an offence punishable with imprisonment exceeding 2 years. C is the answer. Definition is 2X of CRPC. Next 34. A person on bail jumps bail and absconds can be prosecuted afresh only for the offence in which he was on bail or under section 229A. 229A B is the answer. What is 229A IPC? It is a separate offence for failure by a person released on bail or bond to appear in the court, and the punishment is for 1 year. It's a separate offence. Next 35. Someone to produce a document or other thing under section 91 can be issued to compel any person excluding the accused या फिर including the accused to produce. Any person excluding the accused to produce. A is the answer. Next 36. In the state of Tamil Nadu under section 125 CRPC, magistrate can award monthly maintenance of any amount. C is the answer. No limitation even in Tamil Nadu. Next 37. A beats his wife B severely. In self-defense, B attacks A with a knife and causes A's death. This is witnessed by their major son C, who intentionally omitted to give any information of the offence to the police. C is labelled for omission to give information of the offence. A is the answer. How and under which provision? Under section 39 of CRPC. Next 38. Kidnapping as defined in IPC is forcibly compelling. No, forcibly is abduction. Taking away a mentally unsound person who is more than 18 years or without the consent of his lawful guardian. B is the answer. It is mentioned in section 361 IPC. Next 39. A is married to B during the subsistence of marriage. A marries C with the consent of B. A is still liable for bigamy. A is the answer. Next 40. A thief puts his hand into the pocket of B stranger to steal his purse but finds no purse in the pocket. This is an attempt to commit theft. D is the answer. And this is illustration B to section 511. Next 41. X, a 17-year-old boy, is sexually assaulted by Y, a 25-year-old lady. Y can be prosecuted under POCSO Act, not under 376, because it is only for the when victim is a lady, woman. 376 is not gender neutral. A is the answer. Next question number 42. In Tamil, the 5 great epics are Silapatikaram, Manimegalai, Kundlakasi, Valayapati, Saviga Chintamani. A is the answer. Next 43. Which Indian was appointed as permanent judge of International Court of Justice twice? That is Justice Nagendra Singh, and his tenure is up to 2027. A is the answer. And where is International Court of Justice situated? In Hague. That is in Holland, or we call it Netherlands. Next 44. In 2016 Olympics, that was Rio Olympics, how many medals India win? That was 2 only. A was the answer. So they can ask in the recent ones in Tokyo Olympics how many medals won? 7. Next 45. The capital of Pallava was Kanchipuram. C is the answer. Next 46. SAF Games for the year 2019 is to be held at Kathmandu. It was held in Kathmandu. A is the answer. In 2022 and 23 it was supposed to happen in Lahore, Pakistan, but now it has been delayed. It would happen in 2024 in Lahore, Pakistan, but I'm not sure it would happen because of the financial situation of the Pakistan. It could be transferred somewhere else. Next 47. Which of the following cases is popularly known as Mandal case? That was Indira Shah versus Union of India. C is the answer. Next is 48. Under the Tamil Nadu Building Lease and Rent Control Act, the expression landlord includes the person who is receiving the rent, who is entitled to receive rent. Both A and B. C is the answer. Next 49. Landlord includes the person who is entitled to receive his own account on behalf of others. A tenant who sublets with the consent of owner. All of the above. D is the answer. Next 50. Doctrine of clog on equity of redemption is a rule of justice, equity and good conscience. All of the above. D is the answer. And where it is mentioned? In TPA. It is mentioned in section 60 TPA. Next 51. Lis pendens continues till the preliminary decree is passed, till the final decree is passed. Until the complete satisfaction and discharge of the decree. D is the answer. And where lis pendens is mentioned in TPA, section 52. Next 52. The provision for simple mortgage applies to mortgage by deposit of title deed. B is the answer. English mortgage, no. Mortgage defined in section 58. Next 53. Lease of immovable property, the transfer of interest या फिर right to enjoy such property made for certain time, express or implied. C is the answer. Lease is defined where? Section 105 TPA. Next 54. Which of the following statement is not correct? Filling up the amount in a blank signed pronote is a material alteration. Yes, it is correct. Filling up a date in a signed check to the amount and name of the payee is a material alteration. Yes. Next, C. When the person signs and delivers to another a stamped pronote duly signed, either wholly blank or partially written, gives a prima facie authority to the holder to fill up the amount covered by the stamp. Yes, it is correct. Any material alteration or negotiable instrument without the consent of the maker is voidable. No, it is void. So D is the answer. It is wrong. Next 55. Under section 139 negotiable instrument. Court shall not presume, A shall presume check issued in discharge of debt liability. Shall presume, B is the answer. Next 56, damages which the contracting parties fix at the time of contract in case of breach is called liquidated damages. B is the answer. Next 57, general lien under section 171 of Contract Act can be exercised by banker. A is the answer. Next 58, a person appointed by an agent to act for the principal is called as sub-agent. B is the answer. Next 59, an agreement to agree in future upon terms to be settled afterward between the parties is not valid. B is the answer. Next 60, A who has no title to property enters into contract with B to sell the property. Whether B can sue for specific performance? Yes, he can, but there's a condition. If A subsequently acquires interest in the property, yes, A is the answer. Title subsequently promises, no. Acquires title or interest, attempts, no. Acquire is likely, no. A is the answer. This is called as fitting the grant of estoppel. Section 43 mentions about that of TPA. Next 61, when was the Indian Constitution adopted by the Constituent Assembly? On 26 November 1949. B is the answer. Next 62, in the Constitution of India, Article 1(1) read as India, that is Bharat, shall be the union of states. A is the answer. Next 63, the executive power of Indian Union shall be vested with the president. C is the answer. And where this is mentioned, it is mentioned in Article 53 of Constitution of India. Next 64, the following qualification is not necessary to be elected as a president of India. That is citizen of India by birth. It is necessary. Completed the age of 35 years. Yes, necessary. Qualified to be election as a member of House of People. Yes. He shall not hold office of profit under the government of India. This is not a requirement. So D is the answer, where the qualifications are mentioned. Article 58 of Constitution of India. Next 65, choose the wrong statement. The President of India can proclaim emergency during external aggression. Yes, he can. Prorogate ordinance during recess of parliament. Yes. Proclaim emergency during internal disturbance. No, because internal disturbance was substituted by armed rebellion by 44th Amendment Act. This is wrong. C is the answer. D can grant pardon to any person. Yes. Next 66, 10th schedule of Constitution of India deals with disqualification on the ground of defection. C is the answer. Next 67, under which article of Constitution joint sitting of both houses of parliament can be convened? That is Article 108. C is the answer. Next 68, a decree shall be deemed to include determination of any question in application for restitution. Yes, under section 144. Award of Lok Adalat. Here this is also correct. Both are true. A and B are answer. And this is mentioned in Lok Adalat Act. And this one in section 2.2 definition of decree. Next 69, under section 74 CPC, the executing court may at the instance of the decree holder or purchaser order the judgment debtor or such other person not only be detained in the civil prison for a term which may extend to 30 days, but also may further direct that the decree holder or purchaser be put into possession of the property. The statement and section are correct. B is the answer. Section 74 talks about resistance to execution. Next 70, at what stage a court may strike out any averment made in the written statement? At any stage. D is the answer. Striking out the averments mentioned in Order 6, Rule 16. Next 71, Afcon Infrastructure versus Cherian Bakery Construction Company is landmark case on section 89, that is on arbitration actually. So B is the answer. Next 72, what constitutes res judicata? Only the finding on an issue, both finding on an issue and its reasoning, a decree passed in a suit. Only the findings on the issue. A is the answer. Next 73, in Anathula Sudhakar versus P. Bucci Reddy, Supreme Court declares the law on when declaratory reliefs should be sought? A is the answer. Next 74. Evidence as defined in Evidence Act includes oral evidence, electronic records, both A and B. It includes oral, documentary, and electric evidence. C is the answer. Next 75. The conduct of a party in a civil suit is relevant under Section 8 of Indian Evidence Act as a conduct. 8 mentions about PCM, preparation, conduct, motive. Next 76. A is frequently beating his wife B. The complaint of B to her parents soon thereafter and her feelings about A are irrelevant. They're relevant under Section 8 of 14. Under 8 as well shows her conduct and 14 as well. So D is the answer. B and C above. Next 77. A and B fights with weapons. A kills B. A is also seriously injured. A gives a confession to the police that he killed B. Soon thereafter dies. In the magisterial inquiry about death of B, a confession to A, the police officer, is it would be a DD, dying declaration. It would be a DD. DD can be given to anyone. B is the answer. Next 78. Pulkari Kotaiya case related to law of Section 27 and confession to police. C is the answer. Next 79. Pakistan and Sami case relates to dying declaration. B is the answer. Next 80. The photocopies of a document made by one uniform process by using a photocopier is a secondary evidence and not a primary evidence. So the secondary evidence is not mentioned anywhere, are not primary. This would be the answer. देखिए in the C option are not secondary, so it is wrong. Primary, so it is not primary, so are not primary. So this would be the answer. A is the answer. They are applying tricks to confuse the students. Primary evidence in section 63 and this is mentioned in 64, secondary evidence. Next 81. Child who is less than 7-year-old is incompetent to testify. Competent to testify on satisfying certain condition through natural guardian. No, on satisfying certain condition. If you understand the question and answers put on him by the court, so B would be the answer. Next 82. A case diary maintained under section 172 can be inspected by accused. No, accused cannot inspect. Court, yes, court can inspect. Investigating officer, yes. So D is the answer. B and C. Next 83. In the state of Tamil Nadu, the expression district magistrate means a chief judicial magistrate, a chief metropolitan, or a district collector. District collector. C is the answer. Next 84. A metropolitan magistrate may pass sentence of imprisonment up to 3 years. A is the answer. Section 29 of CRPC provides the same. Next 85. An arrested accused is entitled to have his advocate by side during interrogation, meets his advocate during interrogation. Right to meet his advocate during interrogation and not throughout interrogation. It is mentioned in section 41D of CRPC. Next 86. Statement of a witness recorded under section 164 CRPC can be used for only corroborating or contradicting. For both corroborating and contradicting the testimony of witness. C is the answer. Next 87. Under section 21 IPC, an army jawan is a public servant. A is the answer. Next 88. A instigates B to instigate C to murder D. B accordingly instigates C to murder D. C accordingly commits the murder of D on instigation of B. Here all are liable to be prosecuted. A, B and C are liable to be prosecuted. A is the answer. Next 89. A and B are joint owners of a car. A takes the car from B's possession intending to use it but sells it, take the whole money to himself. A is liable for dishonest misappropriation. D is the answer. And this is illustration to section 403 IPC. Next 90. A finds the keys of B's house door which B had lost and commits criminal trespass by entering into the house in the night in the absence of B. Having opened the door with that key, A has committed housebreaking. C is the answer. And this is illustration F to section 445 housebreaking. Next 91. A finds on the road a check of rupees 10,000 signed by B without the name of the drawee. A fills his name in the drawee column and encash the check. A has committed forgery. B is the answer because he was not lawfully entitled for that check. And this is illustration C2 section 464. Next is 92. Who invented cell phone in which year? Martin Cooper, 1973. A is the answer. Next 93. What is the abbreviation of SIM card? That is subscriber identity module. C is the answer. Next 94. ATM means, some people call this anytime money. It is automated teller machine. C is the answer. Next 95. In which year was the first official mascot of FIFA World Cup introduced? That was introduced in 1966, England. B is the answer. Next 96. Privy purse was abolished by inserting Article 363A. A is the answer. And in which year? By 26th Amendment Act in 1971. Next 97. Power to amend Constitution is to be found in Article 368. B is the answer. Very easy question. Next 98. What does PIN number on a credit card means? It is a personal identification number. C is the answer. Next 99. With which of the following issue did the DK bus state of West Bengal deals with arrest, safeguard of arrested person? B is the answer. Next 100. Choose the odd one out. Doctrine of pith and substance. Doctrine of colorable legislation, repugnance. So these three relates to the constitution, and legitimate expectation, it belongs to administrative law. So D can be the answer. However, they should avoid these type of questions because these are controversial questions, because there is no separate query on each of the doctrine. So it is hard to understand by the candidates. So friends, here we have discussed the preliminary exam paper of तमिलनाडु जुडिशियल सर्विसेज 2018. अगर आपको इसमें कोई कमी लगी हो, कुछ सजेशंस और कोई एडवाइस हो, तो आप कमेंट सेक्शन में जाकर भी लिख सकते हैं. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. And friends, if you like the efforts, kindly give a super thanks. Super thanks is a way to help the content creator. Means if you like the videos, you can just donate some money to them in form of tips. Minimum starts with 20. Minimum is 20 rupees. And अगर आपको वीडियो अच्छी लगी, इसको जरूर लाइक कीजिएगा. And don't forget to subscribe our channel. And while subscribing, don't forget to press the bell icon so that you can get the notification of our upcoming videos. So friends, thank you. Thanks very much for watching this video. Thank you.